Hi guys, this one's gonna be on Kali Linux. So I'm gonna show you, first of all, we're gonna go ahead and set it up on VirtualBox. So if you see here, I have it already, but what you would wanna do is create a new one and then go to settings and just go to what is it under storage and then just, you know, find it. I'm gonna run it as a live CD. You can go ahead and create a, what do you call it, a hard disk drive, but I don't think that's really necessary because as far as I'm aware, the recommendation for something like Kali Linux is to use it only as a live system, not to install it on your actual drive. But again, that's optional. You can actually install it on your drive if you want. But if you see here, this is gonna be the live system. So this is what you're greeted with. Let me look at the version real quick because I forgot what version it was. I think it's 4.6. Okay, so Kali Linux 4.6 is 64-bit, and of course this is Debian based. So if you type, if you want to install anything, it'd be like apt-get install, just like any other Debian distro. So apt-get install, let's say Bluefish, and more than likely actually already root. So there you go. So you can install, remove whatever you want. So if you've used any Debian or Ubuntu or whatever, it's same process. There you go. So only thing about this one is that you're always going to be under root. You can create a user, but it's very complicated, and I think that they want you to use it as root for some reason. So you might want to look into that, and I will show you how to do it on the next video. But this is just going to be a simple review, show you a couple things, and maybe give you a couple hints. I haven't really used Kali Linux in quite a while, actually, maybe about, I don't know, about a year. And actually I just installed it and I forgot about it. I started messing around with Arch Linux, and after that I moved on. But it's got a ton of different applications in there that you can use, and of course I will not be able to cover them all, but I will just go ahead and just name a couple of them and explain what they do, and on later video I might show you how to use some of the applications. So if you see here, if you go to the menu here and you go under applications, by default the web browser I believe is Firefox. Could be wrong, but let me see. Yeah, it's Firefox. So one thing that I noticed is if you go to tools and add-ons, they didn't put any add-ons. So you might want to add something like AdBlock or whatever. That's what I usually do, put AdBlock in there so I don't get any annoying pop-ups or anything. So, but that's purely optional. So let's see here. Let's go to applications, and you got the terminal here, which looks just like the XFCE terminal. This might be under XFCE. Let me see if we can find that out here. If you go to, yeah, it's right here. I bought XFCE, so it's out for the XFCE desktop environment. So let's look through some of the things that we got here. So if you go to settings, you got quite a bit of stuff in here. You got Gparted. You got let me see what this is. Okay, this is for the monitor. A lot of the same stuff that you get with most of the Debian. Network connections. But let's go ahead and start with I guess some of the applications here. So as you see here, it's like if I go to information gathering, it gives me a ton of different applications already pre-installed on the live system in here. And let's see, so under DNS analysis, you got quite a few of them in here, and really don't know any of them, but I will look it up and see how to use them. But I guess this is just to analyze your DNS settings or whatever. You got IPS identification, live host, you got RPing and NCAT, and quite a few other ones. Under network port scanners, you got Nmap and SendMap. Nmap is something that I use a couple times, but basically that's just for the port scanning on your network. But you can actually use it for any like remote network as well, like any website really. They got SendMap, which is the GUI version here. So, for example, if you want to target, geez, I don't know. I don't really know any IPs of any websites by memory, but maybe we can find that out. You go to web. Actually, let me see. Might be a simpler way here. If we open up the terminal and you type in, for example, Google. Actually, we do dig google.com. Okay, so we can get an IP in here, and of course we can use probably paste that in there, I guess. Oops, what the hell is that? Okay, let me see. 2206 actually, and then we can do a ping scan and see what happens. Okay, let's do something else. A quick scan. So basically, this is supposed to look for all the open ports on the network, so or website, whatever you want to call it, server, whatever. So if you see here, it's this is pinging or not pinging, scanning Google. So it gives you the what open ports they have, which is 80 and 443. Which more than likely any other server is going to have 80, and probably this one also 443, so common open ports. But anyways, I'm not going to like go into details about this, but that's, you know, I will talk about it maybe in a later tutorial. So let me get back over here. So yeah, you got a ton of them here. You got for live hosting, networks, port scanning, which that's what I was on. And then you got for OSINT analysis, route analysis, SMB analysis, SMTP, ton of different ones, SSL analysis. So you got for vulnerability analysis. I guess if you want to test out your network for some vulnerabilities, you can use this. See what you can accomplish with it. Okay, so let me look at some of the just the regular ones here. Under accessories, you got a couple things. You got GBIM, IPython, LeafPad, a couple other things in here. Let me see. Development, you got install Bluefish, but you got IPython, PyCrust, and SQLite data browser, and something called XRCEd. On the graphics, you don't get much in there. You do get a PDF viewer, I guess, XPDF, and then you do get ImageMagick. Under internet, you got EtherCap and a couple other things in here. Wireshark to do the sniffing, and of course Firefox. Under multimedia, just the pulse audio for your volume, for the audio volume. And Office, not much in there. Okay, so one thing you might let's see in here. One thing that I forgot to do. So I'm gonna actually see if I can close this because I forgot. See, let's power it off. See if I restart it. Okay, so there it goes. It works. For some reason it was stuck, but basically what you do is you type in root and then okay, there it goes. So it's restarting. You type in let me go back again and see why it did that. Power it off, because that was actually very strange. Let's do it one more time. Okay, so basically just go to live and then let it boot up. Okay, so what you type in root, and then the password's gonna be root spelled backwards, so it would be TOOR, and then just press enter, and there you go. So again, this is something that I had trouble with last time because, of course, I didn't know what the password was, and I kept having issues, So hopefully this will solve any problems that you might be having, especially if it's trying to log in, which should be the easiest thing. But if you don't know what the password is, you're having a hard time. So, all right. So now let me go back and look at a couple things here. Okay. So the first one I guess I can talk about is the very first one that is here. So under DNS analysis, if you go to DNS ESUM, or what's it called? Let me make sure that I said that right. DNS, let me see, DNS enum. So basically what this would be useful for is in case you want to do some domain information gathering of any website. So like you can use that for that. Of course, there's also other things you can use it for. Okay, so I'm going to show you a quick example of how to use this. It's called DNS enum. So let me clear the screen. So the first thing you want to do is maybe do something like DNS enum and then -G. And then of course I'm using my website, but you could use any website that you're trying to gather information on, and just press enter. And as you see, there you go, it gives you plenty of details. So if I scroll up here, as you see, it's giving, I guess, the IP address over here, and what do you call it, name server, I guess, for the hosting and all that. Of course I probably shouldn't be doing this on mine, but I really don't care. I don't really have much in there, so anybody wants to hack away, go ahead, no big deal. But actually that's the way you would do it. Of course you can do it for any website. I wouldn't recommend doing that. You can get in trouble. It's actually a federal crime, so but if you feel lucky or froggy, go for it. And well, actually I need to take that back. Just only use it for your website, I guess, or for penetration testing. So but anyways, there's more. If the easiest way to do it is once you let me close this up. Once you click on this DNS enum, go in here and just click on it. It's gonna open up the terminal, and if you scroll up just a little bit, it's gonna give you all the details as far as how to use it. So if you see in here, it says you can't use it for brute force attacks, I believe, but that's, I don't know about that as of right now. Let me see where the here we go. So if you see here, like the -G that I used, it shows you here. It says update using all Google scraping results. If you want to do only reverse lookup results, then you do you replace the -G with the of course the -R, and there we go. So it's not that difficult to figure out how to use this. Basically, if you just read some of the commands in here, it pretty much gives you all the details. If you need some more help or some more examples, you can always open up your browser and just go to any website really. I found this one called hackingloops.com, and they kind of went into details about how to use it. But basically you can just go online, and there should be quite a few websites here to show you how it's done. So that was DNS enum. I'm having trouble pronouncing it or saying it. Next one will be DNS map. So the easiest way to run this is once you got the terminal open, just type in DNS map and then the website you want to scan. So basically I'm just gonna use mine, and this one will take a couple, maybe like, I don't know, a minute to give you some information. So don't get discouraged. Of course, this is on VirtualBox, so if you're using it on your actual computer, on your actual computer, or on a USB drive, it might be faster. And error domain is invalid, not valid. That's not sure why that happened. try it one more time. Okay, so finally, like after a minute, it finally showed something, and this will take a while. So just don't get discouraged. It's gonna just keep searching for stuff, and it's gonna give you the details. So if you see here, it's giving me the cpanel.devdesign. That's my website, and it's giving me the IP address. So it's didn't even know that was the IP address. There's the FTP. So looks like that's the same. So now you can also do brute force attacks with this tool here, DNSMap. I'm not gonna show you that because I definitely don't want to brute force attack my own website. At least not yet. Maybe once I might create a dummy website where I can actually do all the attacks on it. But as of right now, I don't want to do that to my website right now. So, but as you see, it's that's all you gotta do to run this. Now I'm not gonna wait till it's done. I'm just gonna cancel out of there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. This is gonna be just the quick overview of Kali Linux. And if you do have any questions or anything, let me know. Leave me a comment. But also, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover top 10 tools that you have in here. The only one that I'm gonna go ahead and skip is Aircrack NG, because I don't have Wi-Fi on this desktop and I don't plan on using Wi-Fi. So if you do want to use Wi-Fi, there's of course something called Aircrack NG, and I'm sure there's plenty of tutorials. If for some reason you need to see the how to use Aircrack NG, which should not be that hard, but if for some reason, just let me know and I can maybe set up the laptop, which does have Wi-Fi, and I can go ahead and use it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do 10, and I'm gonna go by the top 10 of this website. It's called cyberwarzone.com, and I'm gonna go ahead and cover them. So again, the only one I'm not gonna cover is Aircrack NG unless somebody requests it. But other than that, I'm gonna cover all the other ones and just add one more. So, that's it pretty much for this one. This is Kali Linux. And again, this is mostly used for pen testing. It is not meant to be installed on your actual computer. This is really more to be used as a live system, or to install it on on a USB drive and use it like that, because it's just it's meant to be used that way. So if you want something that's only going to be particularly to do web browsing or something like that, or anything related with just normal computer stuff, this is not what you want. You want something else. But if you want to do some penetration testing and some other hacking stuff, this is probably the best one that I've heard of. There are a couple other ones, but this is the one that is supposed to be the best one. So as you see here, the desktop environment is XFCE. It's running pretty smooth. This is on a live system. So again, you do get Firefox as the default web browser. So that's it for now. Bye.